Hey guys, what's up? It's iJevin. How is everybody doing? And I am back with some more Minecraft. So this video is dedicated to 1.5. 1.5, also known as the Redstone update, will release in early to mid-January. All this information is coming from MINECON, by the way. I'm just not throwing this up out of the middle of the air. This is all information that Jens presented at MINECON for the Future of Minecraft panel. And I typed out like this long list of stuff that I want to talk about and things that they are introducing into Minecraft in 1.5. So the first thing that they said was that since it's already almost December, that they really don't think they will be able to get the 1.5 update, which is the Redstone update, before New Year's Eve. So they do plan to release it mid to early January. Alright, so the first thing that they talked about on the panel was Redstone logic. Redstone logic is something that they want to improve into the game. So they went on to talk about the very first thing was like duplication glitches. And that is because Redstone is kind of unpredictable at this kind of point in the game. Redstone updates at different times in the game. It's not just like one kind of solid point of updating, so that makes a lot of different glitches and things like that. And that's kind of how you make sand generators and egg generators and things like that, or like not egg generators, like Ender Dragon duplication glitches, that are all those SMP glitches and things like that. What they want to do is make Redstone kind of like this universal update to where it'll be a lot more predictable and consistent. It'll get rid of those duplication glitches and the north, south, east, west glitch. So they do plan to take Redstone and make it a little bit easier and better to understand for newcomers. So that's a very good update, but it will get rid of some glitches that we can't use anymore. Alright, so after they talked about the duplication glitches, they went on to talk about bud switches. Bud switch is not a feature of the game. That is something that is made from that Redstone update, from piston updates, that is actually kind of what they call a non-feature. So when the Redstone updates happen, the bud switch actually might be removed. It doesn't bother them that much, they say, because this is something that they actually really didn't plan for in the first place. So they say that the switch may be removed. They're not exactly sure. We'll see what happens. They don't want. They go on to say they don't really want players to focus on features that aren't in the game, like non-features of the game, pretty much. And if they want something like that in the game, they'll make a block for it. Alright, so after they talked about the kind of updates and bug fixes, they actually go on to talk about a new block they're going to be introducing into the game. It's called a capacitor block. The capacitor block is actually almost like a redstone repeater. It has one input and one output. Let's just get like a stone block to show an example of this. Alright, we'll grab some redstone. Alright, so say this is our capacitor block, and the way this works is it would work like the redstone repeater, but the signal strength will matter. So as it stands right now, you can go 15 blocks of redstone wire before you need a repeater, and the signal is always going to be current. It won't matter if it's like 2 blocks, 10 blocks, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be on or off. They plan to change that a little bit. So say you have a redstone torch, you know, back here, or let's line that up. There we go. And you run this to our capacitor block, okay? Depending on how long this signal is, it's not going to be able to give out a full signal or not. So at a certain point, say maybe 5-10 blocks, it'll stop giving out a current. So this current would be off if it's far enough back. It's really the best way to put it, you know? So say if this thing is like right here instead, it's going to give out a full signal. They're doing this for another item that they plan to add to the game. This will also have features as a redstone repeater. There'll be different options for the block, different delays, I think. So I know it's kind of confusing because I'm just kind of talking about it and I don't have an actual block to show you. But the best way to put it is a redstone repeater. That distance really matters. Redstone signal strength matters. So if you're far away and you're running that whole entire 15 blocks, you're probably going to have a problem with it. So with the capacitor block, they wanted to introduce that because of the next thing, weighted pressure plates. And you're thinking like, what? Weighted pressure plates? It's going to be in works with the capacitor block, and it's going to give output to signal depending on pressure applied to it. So for example, let's see here, let me get a pressure plate out, do these. This pressure plate is going to be very, very interesting to say the least. Output of the signal will depend on the pressure given. So say, because they want to do it with minecarts. They want to improve just minecarts altogether. So say, I think they're going to do it to where it's a track, actually. I'm not exactly sure. So right now, we would be giving out full signal. They want to do it to where it can tell where it's going to give out if an empty minecart's over it, a powered minecart, a minecart with a chest in it, a minecart with a chest that has blocks in it. So they want to like get really into the physics of Minecraft, which is pretty crazy because they're doing a lot now. So that's actually going to take us into the minecart section of the video. Alright, so they went on to talk about minecarts and how really nobody uses powered minecarts or chest minecarts. And I'm sure a lot of you do, but to be honest, it's a really old technology in Minecraft, it almost feels like. And so they want to improve this system to let people actually like use these blocks. So what they're going to be doing is introducing a new minecart item system. Basically, you'll be able to, what they said, like their actual like words were, you'll be able to pick up items off the ground or through chests and put it into a minecart. So it'll almost be like an automatic system to where you can transfer items through chests through minecarts. So if you're not there, say you go mining and you're in a cave and you got a full inventory, you just make that minecart real fast, or it's already there, you have it set up, you put your items in that chest, push the cart off with a powered minecart, it'll hit another block, and then transfer those items to a storage area, which is freaking awesome. They also minecart system filled into chests. They also want to introduce a track that unloads free riders. So say you have a minecart system that's outside and a pig jumps in. The minecart will detect that, go down the track, or you can have just a separate track that your cart just goes over, and as soon as it realizes something's in the cart, it's just going to eject them. So that's another cool feature that they're adding in. They also want to introduce linking minecarts together. So say you have a long trip, and you want to push one, or what they actually had talked about was pulling. So you would use a minecart, a powered minecart, to pull more than one chest. Right, as of right now, you can push them, but they're actually talking about pulling it. So you'd use a powered minecart, and then you could have 4 or 5 carts actually linked together and pull all of those at once. So that's really it for the minecarts. They really want to kind of get into the details of the capacitor block with the weighted pressure plates and the tracks, and it's really going to make a fun system for a lot of new things. And another thing that they had actually talked about, alright, so the very last thing that they had talked about in the MINECON panel was just extra adding to the game. When they go forward with their updates from now on, they want to make them themed updates. They don't want to just do 1.4, 1.5. Because if you notice, we had pretty scary update, and this is the REDSTONE update, is what they're calling it. So with those updates comes some like random extra blocks, you know. So they're actually thinking about making a daylight detector. They didn't really give specifics of the block, but they said they would really like to introduce it. And then, you know how they always do something fun, like witches, things like that. They're actually considering putting fireworks in the game for New Year's Eve. So that's really going to do it for the 1.5 update, guys. So far, that's all the news I have. There was so much given that I felt like I had to make a video on it. And I know it's just a lot of talk, but it's a lot of info that you guys haven't heard if you didn't watch the live stream or you're not at Minecon yourself. And it's something that you may want to prepare for. So if you guys have any news on 1.5, feel free to leave a comment below and let me know. And we can just talk it out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This is iJevin. Peace out.